This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guest today. Joining me, we have Lawrence Adams with Lyndale's Honey-Do List. Lawrence, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to get to know you and learn more about your business. So let's start there. Can you please share with the listeners a little bit about your business?
Yes. Originally, I'm from Texas. I moved here in 2014, came up here for a job interview. What happened was me and my wife had a great marriage, so we wanted to purchase a home. When we purchased a home, we noticed that here in the Embrey Mill area, we noticed that we purchased a new home. There was nothing in there. So I had to physically do everything. I had to put up the ceiling fans, window blinds, mount the TVs, assemble furniture. And I was like, hey, no one's here to help me with my honey-do list. So next thing you know, I said, okay, I got pretty good at it. I enjoyed it. Next thing you know, we had other friends who purchased homes in the same area. I went to help them. And hey, can you do this? I said, of course. I'm used to this because I've already done it already. So it just became a passion of mine. I just enjoyed doing it. And it's just turned into a business. And that's how Lyndale's Honey-Do List was formed. Wanting to help others, because I know if I was by myself, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people who were by themselves. So that's how I kind of started. And for me, when I do business, it's like a freedom for me because it's fun for me. So I just enjoy doing it. So let me start a business, and here I am.
I love that so much. And so let me ask you this. Can you tell us what is your range of services that you offer?
The main thing that I do now are TV mounting, furniture assembly, and window blinds. I will help out with other things, just small tasks around the house. Believe it or not, Monday, I helped someone take a old air conditioner out of their wall that's been there for 20 years. So little things like that, nothing major. Again, I just love helping people. So that's my range, mainly TV mounting, furniture assembly, window blinds, just small tasks around the house.
Such a needed service. We moved into our house a little over a year ago, and oh my goodness, hanging that TV, that was not fun. So the fact that you enjoy that, you have a gift, because that was not fun.
It's about the tools and understanding what you're looking for. It's about repetition too. The more repetition you do it, the better you get at it, and the better tools you get too. So it's a little bit simpler for me, streamlining. For me to mount the TV is probably 30 minutes now, if that. It's just finding the studs, then doing my thing.
All right, you hear that, homeowners? Instead of us trying to figure it out and going to Home Depot and buying all the tools and figuring it all out, just call Lawrence. He can get it done in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. If you got everything prepared, though, a lot of people don't have stuff prepared. It's everywhere. So I get it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What a needed service. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. And so let me ask you this. Are you finding that there are any myths or misconceptions about what you do or about the industry?
100%. One
Do
misconception is, like you just said, the DIY, anybody can do it. That's not true, because you have to be patient. And a lot of people look at YouTube and think, okay, I can do it. Then they get involved. I hate to say it like this. This is one of my biggest clientele is that people call, hey, Lawrence, I need this done. I started, then I get there, I have to redo everything they've done to start all over because I got stuck in the middle or whatever, or they screw something wrong. So it's the biggest myth is I can do it by myself without the proper tools and the proper research, because it looks easy on YouTube when others are doing it. Even looking at me do it, hey, Lawrence, I can do that. The next thing you know, you done tripped the electrical cord or power line or something like that. It's done gotten out of hand. Some people just get frustrated in the middle of the process. And that's what I love about my job. You can't skip a step, because if you skip a step, you'll mess everything up down the line. And that's what I've really been making a lot of business on, was people calling me saying, hey, Lawrence, I tried, but I can't do it. Then I get there, it takes longer to undo the problems than it takes to actually build the problem. So that's one of the biggest myths, that DIYs is simple and easy. It's easy if you're patient and you have the proper tools. And I always say this to people: if you've never done it before, get someone like me to come in to at least look at what I'm doing. That way you don't mess something up, because a lot of times people mess up the product. They can't return product, or it's crooked, or it's damaged because they just didn't take the time to do it. So a big myth is I can do it because they did it. It doesn't work like that. So that's one.
It's never as easy as it seems, ever.
Exactly. If you get a box, let's say a table or something, or even a dresser, it's at least 50 parts in there, and each part has an intricate detail where it's supposed to go. And if you mess one thing up, you can mess the entire thing up. So that's why I'm saying it's not as easy as it looks. But if you be patient, take your time. Most people don't have patience. That's why I'm in business, by the way. So it's just, if you be patient and do it, anyone can do it, but it just takes patience and time. And most people don't have time or patience, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yep.
So you were really smart and you saw a need and you started a business from that need. And so tell me, if someone were to come to you and ask you for some advice because they're thinking about starting a business, what advice would you give them?
For me, I would want people to understand that to start a business, it takes planning. Anyone can just pop up a business, but it's about being successful. And if you're not successful in life, in business, it's going to fail and you won't enjoy doing what you're doing. So the first thing I say is that you want to enjoy doing what you do, whatever it is, whatever business you're in. So with me, I enjoy mounting TVs. I enjoy furniture assembly. I enjoy hanging window blinds. I enjoy helping people, such as yourself. You would call me, you'd kind of be stress-free. Lawrence got to get out the way. That's what most people do. But I would just say enjoy doing what you're doing first. And I think the second thing is you want to have business integrity, because we're lacking that in a lot of areas. And let me give you an example. One day I went to assemble a recliner and a table for a lady, and she was dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's disease. I'm sorry about that. And she paid me cash when I first got there. And I'll say, thank you, XYZ. I did the work. She was satisfied. She gave me a glowing review. I left. And when I got home, she paid the invoice. I have an invoicing system that I send electronically to, document stuff. But she paid me with cash, so I couldn't update it right then and there. But she ended up paying me twice with the invoice and with cash. So I'm like, okay. And again, if I didn't have business integrity, I would have just kept it and said, hey, played it off, but my conscience wouldn't let me do that. And so what I did was I actually drove back to the lady's home. I gave her cash back. I said, you've paid me once already. I don't need this. And I told her people, whoever was there, I said, you got to be careful because someone can take advantage of her. So the fact that I'm in business, it doesn't mean that I'm chasing dollars to make me rich. I want to help people. And I think that's what's more important than anything. You want to help people solve a problem that they can help, and you don't want to take advantage of people. So in business, you got to have that business integrity, and you should love and enjoy what you're doing, because if you're not doing that, it's going to turn to a job. And when it turns to a job, you'll be looking elsewhere in a year or two. Just that's my 2 cents. Yep.
No, that's such great advice. And it's so important in business to have a strong why. For me, it's my why is I love helping businesses grow. And when I see them grow, I get a lot of satisfaction. And so your why is, you want to genuinely help people. And for all business owners, remembering why you got in this to begin with, then it doesn't start to feel like a job. So that's really great advice. Thank you for that.
No problem.
So you are clearly working hard and taking care of your customers. So when you're not working, tell me, what are you doing for fun?
Oh, I'm a fun person. I'm loving life. Me and my wife, we love to travel. My wife, Kenya, and I, and my daughter, Michaela. We love traveling. We love going to see the grandkids. We have 4 children, 7 grandchildren. Well, one's on the way, a little boy. I got 6 girls and 1 boy on the way. So I get to see him in December. But we love traveling. I love going to the gym, working out up here in Stafford at One Life Fitness. That's a shout out. I love that gym. I love the hot tub more than anything. It's more just relaxing and just get to relax my body, but just staying healthy, stuff like that, as we all should. I love going to church. My church is Mount Olive Baptist Church in Woodbridge. I love my church family. My pastor is Pastor Clyde W. Ellis Jr. I enjoy going to church. It gives me peace. It gives me purpose. It gives me just clarity of why I'm here. It's a greater call, if you will. I love helping people with projects. I love playing cards. I love playing games. Me and my wife have date nights. We try to have date nights every week. We're getting good at that. We're getting better at that. And also love supporting my daughter. She's the drum major at Colonial Forge High School in Stafford, and she's a drum major, and I'm in the pit. And my wife's in concessions, so I'll be running the pit with the guys, props and stuff like that. And my wife, she does concessions, feeding the kids and stuff like that. So we just enjoy spending time as a family. I just love hanging with my friends and just having good times. I love a great conversation, by the way. My grandmother is 92 years old. I get to see her in a couple of days. So just love talking with her just about the Lord and just about work. She wants to hear how I'm doing, and she's in Texas. So just things like that. Just love a great conversation. So life is what you make of it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're very rooted in faith and family, and that's what keeps you grounded when, especially in business, when it starts to get crazy. I love that.
Exactly. Yep.
So tell me, what is something that you wish the listeners knew about Lyndale's honey-do list?
That's a great question. What I want our listeners to understand is that you have help in your community. And I'm here to help homeowners, businesses, senior citizens, veterans, single parents, single mothers, single dads, married husbands, married women, especially the married men. We've got to stick together. So I guess my point is, you have help in your community, and you don't have to go far to find it. And again, I'm very flexible in my community. If you go to my website, read all my reviews, they're pretty much the same. Good. But it's just, I'm very flexible, and I love helping people. So if you just have a small minuscule task, if I can't do it, I can find someone who can. So with me, you have help. You don't have to sit there and struggle or try to figure something out and mess something up. So that's my main thing, understanding that we have local help in our community. And I have a crew that comes with me, takes care of everything. Everything is always approved by you until you're satisfied. If you're not satisfied, I have not done my job. And if I haven't done my job, I want to hear from you and saying, what can I do to make it right? So it's more so about customer satisfaction. I've been in retail for about 5 years, so I understand customer satisfaction. And a lot of my customers are repeat customers. I have customers up here where I live. Two ladies in particular said, Lawrence, if I ever have something going on, I'm going to call you first. So, and I love it. So it's just customer satisfaction, but just knowing that you have help here in the community with your projects.
Amazing. And if the listeners want to connect with you and learn more from you, where can they find you?
Easy. My website is lyndaleshoneydolist.com. I'm on social media platforms. I'm on Angie's List. I'm on Next Door Neighbor. You can find me anywhere. Even my phone number is 540-227-7078. You can call or text. You can book appointments online. Also, too, we're here whenever you need us here, if that makes sense. So all it is just a text message or a phone call. And again, if you have a problem with something, just give us a call, text, or whatnot, and we'll answer to the best of our ability. So that's how you can reach out to me.
Amazing. Well, Lawrence, I really appreciate you joining me on the podcast today and sharing your business with us.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Dory.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.